Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Kitchen Dough with Mary and Heather. I'm Mary Goulet.
And I'm Heather Ryder. And we are right now coming up with a list of reasons why you should start a cottage food business.
Okay.
Hold on one second. I'm writing down a few more notes here because I get so excited about this business.
Well, you know what? It just seems to be so open-ended what you can make and do with it. Now, I know that some states have sales limits.
Right.
But some of them are decent enough that you're like part-time.
And limit what you can make.
Well, yes. There is a list of allowed foods to make and a list of prohibited ones. And also, some places are limiting you on where you can distribute. Some make it just pick up and delivery, some online, some not online sales, no out-of-state sales. You can do farmers markets, events, roadside stands. So you just have to go to your state. Just Google Cottage Food Law, Nevada, and there will be a link that you can follow to see what the limitations are. But if you have a recipe, now we're not even talking yet about if you're a maker of something, an artisan type person, candles, things like that. That's a whole nother world of opportunity.
Right. And those are all cottage businesses. They're not cottage food businesses, but they are cottage businesses because they're working from home.
Exactly.
Okay.
She's very excited, you guys.
A baker's dozen reasons why you should start a cottage food business.
You are so clever.
Ready? Number one, you fulfill a dream. You've been dreaming about it. Do it. Why not? Just
at least look into it. Start.
Just give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? You decide not to do it?
Exactly.
Who's going to...
You'll be smarter for the effort.
And no one's going to blame you for starting or stopping. They're going to applaud you for trying.
And I bet any money that you'll overhear someone else talking about a recipe and you go, oh, you might as well check out da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da because you already did it all. And you're going to look like a pro.
An expert.
Yes.
Okay. And then a lot of people are dreaming about it. So fulfill that dream, because I was at a 50th birthday party and I was talking about cottage food, and it was maybe 6 couples at the table. 2 of the women wanted to start a cottage food business. 2 out of 6. That was a third.
I was just going to, well, no.
Is that
and you
am I
too.
wrong?
That's
Is
3.
okay.
That's 3.
Oh.
Count yourself.
Oh, half.
Yes, that's 50% of the people at the table right there.
Crazy, right?
Kinda.
So a lot of people are dreaming about this. So if you have the dream, fulfill it.
So you were an expert to them?
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
But no. This is actually before I even started the donut business. This is when I was just talking about, I wanted to start a podcast about cottage food because I had friends and family members who were starting cottage food, and they were telling me about the cottage food law that passed in California, and I had never heard about the cottage food law. I never even heard of the term cottage food. And then all of a sudden I'm thinking, cottage food, who knows about cottage food? I need to start a radio show about cottage food.
So here we are.
And who am I going to start a radio show with?
Me.
Mary. Here we are.
So what you doing, Mare?
Are you busy?
I remember when you told me about cottage food, I'm like, what does that mean? What's a cottage food?
Right. It's a cottage business. It's just food.
Yeah.
Okay. Fulfill a dreams, number 1. Share a culture. A lot of these recipes are based in culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So my malasadas are traditionally Portuguese donuts. And then they went to Hawaii. But there's a cultural thing behind. All
tamales that are sold at my church on Sunday.
Yes.
They take orders. That's crazy. They literally go around during the week and say, we'll be here Sunday. How many do you want?
Yeah, put you down for. Ask for the sale.
Ask for the sale.
So technically they're probably not cottage food
we're not
in
talking
California,
about the legality of it all. We're just telling you that's what they do.
In some states you might be legal. Share a recipe.
Yeah, go to Wyoming. Okay.
Share a recipe. You get to share your family recipes, and you get to create that legacy that keeps that recipe alive.
And it's another story. People love stories. Do you
Every
remember-
recipe is a story.
And remember, in the old days, people would sit around a radio and listen to a story.
Yes.
So now we can go to a farmer's market and share our story.
Another reason to get to work from home. Working from home is very nice. It has its drawbacks sometimes, but if you can start a cottage food business, a little side hustle from home in your own time, which takes us into the other point, you get to set your own schedule.
Yes. Sometimes it feels like the schedule set you, but then you kind of work that out with yourself, have a staff meeting with yourself and say, we're not going to do that again now, are we? So
Who was the dumb one who thought that was a good idea? Oh, that would have been me.
exactly. The buck stops with you always. Set your own schedule.
Help your local economy. Because when you make a little more money, you spend a little more money. And you get other people to spend a little more money. So the local economy gets just a little tiny bit of a boost when you start your own cottage food business
Yeah.
in ways that you don't even know.
Let the magical fairy dust take it from there.
Okay. Connect with local people.
Yes.
Starting your own cottage food business gets you out of your own home kitchen in a weird way, because then you have to go sell it. And so then you got to make connections, and then you find out about what other people are doing. And it gets you out of your little sphere.
Yeah.
So even though you're working from home, it's getting you out. Get it?
Yes, into the public, and you meet people. You might make some new friends or acquaintances. So it's all good.
Fulfill a market void. Maybe you see that nobody makes the kind of cookies, and here there were no other people making malasadas at the farmers markets. And again, I work out of a shared kitchen. I understand that, but there was a market void for my product. And even though other people might be making other cookies, maybe they're not making your kind of cookie.
Right.
So there's potentially a market void. So do your research. But you could potentially be fulfilling a market void.
And, in the ebook, we will go into, more depth about stuff. But if you're interested in getting to a farmer's market, go to a farmer's market.
Yes.
Walk around.
Talk to the
Talk
manager.
to the manager and even some of the vendors. If you're buying a product from them, say,
Great.
How long have you been doing this? How difficult? What challenges did you run into? Did you start at home and then go to a shared kitchen? That's right there. It doesn't have to always be online.
And guess how nice people are, how nice vendors are at farmers markets. They're super nice.
Because
and
they-
super helpful.
yeah.
Okay, another point, pay the bills.
Yeah. Got to pay some bills, peep.
And that was a good word that you just used there, some bills. Because with the cottage food business, you're not paying all the bills. Let's just be honest.
Oh, that's funny.
You're going to pay some bills. So you'll pay some bills with this business, especially in California where they have a market cap of $50,000. You're not going to pay all your bills in California for $50,000.
Correct.
Chances are. You get to work with loved ones, which can be good and bad. My husband quit.
Did he?
He's like, I work for a living. I'm not coming to do this. So he quit the business. He didn't quit me. He quit the business. But
your boys like doing
I
it.
got my boys to work. So my boys, when they're home from college, they come and they work with mom at the farmer's market.
I think that's good.
It's good work ethic for them.
Totally.
Yeah. So you get to work with loved ones. I work with my sister on a lot of events. We spend more time in the past year than we have in many years because
Yeah.
we're stuck together in a booth for 5 or 6 hours a day. On one weekend, we were stuck in a booth for 9 hours, 2 days in a row, and we sold nothing. We just sat there and stared at each other for 18 hours. Oh my gosh.
Okay, say the last one.
Oh, there's cultivate your creativity. There's joy in cooking and promote local food.
All right. So go to kitchendough.com, sign up for a newsletter, and the episodes will be going out that way. And we want to hear your story, so send us an email. All right, you've been listening to Kitchen Dough. Have a fantastic day.